I have been asked if I'm going to start this speech the same way I started all 500 speeches I gave during the governor's race, and so I guess we'll do it one last time here. So let me ask you a couple of questions as we get started. Number one, how many of you here would agree that we'd all be better off with a little less federal government in our lives? And the follow-up question is, how many of you would agree we'd all be better off with a lot less federal government in our lives? I am Ray McBerry, and I am very glad not to be running for office today. Then in the 1920s and the 1930s, they tried that, the American socialists tried to foment and fund this socialist experiment back over in Germany again. A second time they tried the experiment. If you're not familiar with the rise of Hitler and the Nazi Party in the 1920s and 30s of Germany, let me just assure you, if you'll go home and do your homework after today, what you'll find is that at the root of that movement and at the root of the Nazi Party's rise to power was funding from this side of the ocean. It was the Rockefeller Foundation and a number of other prominent American families, capitalists, who funded the National Socialist rise to power in Germany. And by the way, that's what Nazi is, the National Socialist Party of Germany. But those preachers, those occultists in Germany had their Heinrich Himmlers. They even had mainline denomination preachers in Nazi Germany that said, we can't oppose the government. They're ordained by God. God might have ordained the institution of human government. As Pastor Weaver has said many times, He did not ordain all forms of government, and He ordained nothing that was unlawful in accordance with the Word of God. So these preachers that say you just have to go along with whatever Washington, D.C. says to be a good Christian, they're lying to you. And they're stealing your souls and the souls of your children. I believe that the last remaining constitutional solution you and I have remaining to us to rein in this out-of-control federal government is for our states to exercise the 10th Amendment and states' rights.